It's also important because one of my goals is not just to vibrate the note that I'm on, but to be able to vibrate into the next note. To vibrate into the next note when I'm in position, or even vibrate into the next note when I shift down. And so because of all those reasons, this hand position is so important to vibrato. So I hope you guys are working hard on that. Now, we're going to talk about this overture to 1812 that you guys are working on. Let's start with the violins and violas. Here at measure 18, where you get the famous theme, right? Such a great piece of music. I mean, just a great melody. Love it. So much fun to play. Lots of stuff going on there, though, right? There at 18 and 19. And then it repeats itself, right? So let's talk about my left hand first. Look at my fourth finger staying down. I know you don't play it down here, violins and violas. We're going to get to that. This is important for cellos and basses to know as well. One of the things that helps me play it fast is that this finger stays down here. So here, I'm going to play it up in your position, violins, and so my thumb here is like your open string, and then I'm going to use the same fingers that you would here, starting with my third finger. Notice how my third finger stays down. I'm using my tunnel fingers here. One last time. And the next part. All right, and all this hand position, look, staying the same. That's important for you guys. It's important for cello and bass, and also important for violin, all right, so that I'm not shifting around. Look, if I had to shift around for each single note, if I went, if I had to move around for every single note, boy, I would play really, really out of tune. I certainly wouldn't be able to play fast. So all this is staying the same, and I'm just moving fingers. I'm just moving this left hand around. All right, the thing is, let's talk a little bit about right hand. Because I'm playing on all these different strings, I'm using my whole arm to get to the different strings. And this is the case regardless of, let's go back down here. See how my right hand stays on the bow, whether I'm on the A string or the D string, all right? The way my hand comes into the bow stays the same. I don't ever go. I could. I got pretty long hands here. I got pretty long wrists. If I wanted to cheat, or if I wanted to cheat down, alright, I could do that, but boy, it wouldn't sound very good, and it wouldn't be very fast. But if I want to go, and I really want to use my whole arm fluid and keep this approach to the bow the same. Let's do it up here, where you're going to play it violins and violas. I have my elbow nice and high, all right? Same principle applies to you guys. Now what if I want to play this next part that happens on these three different strings? I'm really thinking about coming down here to the G, all right? Now, I said we don't cheat. Sometimes we cheat a little bit with our fingers. That's why we got to keep our fingers flexed. It does help us to move our fingers. So sometimes if we want to cheat down just a little bit to help us out, that's a good thing. We never want to do like this or like this. Boy, this was the one that kills cellos, is when we sort of come out like this and bend our wrist. If we flex our fingers or flex our wrist, it's down a little bit so that we can get down to that lower string. My hand stays pretty much the same, and I'm using my arm, so that this is one fluid motion so that I can play on these 3 strings. I'm going to give you a little exercise that you can do that might help with this. So it's called catch and release. And what you do is you catch, when you get to a new string, you catch it and you wiggle it and then you release it and then you play the rest of the notes on that string. So for instance, let's do it slowly here. So I start out over here on this string, A string, right? I'm going to catch it then. Whoop, I'm to a new string, D string. Then down to G string. I catch it, wiggle it. New string, wiggle. And what I'm doing when I wiggle, when I catch, is I'm putting the hair, I'm moving the string with the bow without making any sound. Let me see if I can do this up close here. So if you see it up close, I'm actually, see the string move? See the string move with my bow? See it move back and forth, but it's not making a sound. I'm really getting the hair to dig into the string like this and move it back and forth. That's the catch. And so what I want to do is every time I change the string, I want to catch it. I want to catch it. And I want to make sure that I've caught it. So starting here, this is measure 22. So catch, 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 new string, D string, so I catch, catch, whoop, back to D, catch, 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 then again, and then it starts over there at 26. But right here where you play on 3 different strings pretty fast, 22, 23, 24, and 25, that's where you'd want to do the catch and release. And maybe you could write it in your part, the places where you catch. Here on the A, here we do it again. Catch, 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 and catch. Whoops, I missed a catch there at the back at the beginning of 24. See, everybody has to practice. All right, so if you do the catch and release, wiggling the string before you play, and we still do this, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, we still do this, and it's so important because this catch, this wiggling the string, this is the point right before you make a really big sound. And this catching and wiggling the string makes sure that your bow is into the string to get the good tone. So, violins, violas, they're in those 4 measures. You practice catch, release, it'll be awesome. All right? Now, violins, violas, I forgot something. I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. It's like my most favorite thing to talk about, and then I didn't talk about it. All right. So it's about the bow and what we have to do with the bow when we slow practice. You know, a lot of times the reason we practice something slow and then it doesn't work when we want to go fast is because we didn't teach our right hand to go fast. And so we have some kind of fast notes here, 18, 19, with this melody here in the overture. And so maybe I want to practice it slowly. To really focus in and get the notes. But sometimes people, they practice slow. I see students practice and they go. That's just not enough bow. So what happens is I'm going slow and my left hand's getting nice and strong and learning these notes, and my right hand is not learning to go fast. So when you're practicing slowly for these notes, use lots of bow like this. Then by doing that, you're giving yourself lots of time to get from note to note, and you're teaching your right hand to go fast. If you do that, oh man, you'll be able to play it so fast. Or wherever you want to. lot. So try it. Lots and lots and lots of bow while you go fast. Let me know how it works.